We're gonna be changing the oil on this cat pump. It's a model 290, and it takes ISO 68. At first I thought this was gonna be a really specialized oil and it's gonna be really hard to find, but I actually got this at Home Depot. It was about $10 a bottle, and let's go ahead and put this in. Right here on your fill cap, you would kind of expect it to have a dipstick on the other side, but it actually doesn't. It seems like normally you do have a dipstick. Right here, there is not. It actually is done a little bit differently. Right here, there's a little peak hole and a little red dot, and that is the level that you should fill the oil up to. If I move the machine around a little bit, you'll be able to see this oil level go up and down. See? So we know that this is the actual oil level of the pump. What we're gonna do is drain the oil out, and then we're gonna move it into the garage where it's level, and then we can fill it up. And there is a little bit of a tolerance since this dot is kind of big, so you have a little bit of give if you fill it up too much or too little. It's gonna be a little bit of a trick to get the oil out because I can just about fit a jar in here to start catching it, but we're definitely gonna lose a little bit on the ground, so expect oil to spill. We're gonna tilt the machine forward just so all the oil won't spill out. Since this is at the bottom, we can do it in a little bit more control. Now I'm gonna go ahead and remove the plug that came out, and now we can go ahead and position our catch and tilt this back. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tilt the machine back with the jar here and try to catch that as much as I can. Looks like I'm catching a good amount of it here, but I'm still spilling a little bit. We put a tray here in the front to try to catch as much that comes off the top and the stuff that I'm not catching with the peanut butter jar. So I'm just letting this drain. We're trying to get as much of this old oil out as we can. I'm gonna move the belt by hand just to get anything out of the pistons, and just if there's any oil in places that it can't reach, maybe moving it will get it so that it can. It doesn't seem like spinning this is doing anything. No more oil is coming out, so I'm pretty sure now we have all the oil that we can get out of the pump out. If I put it here in a different position, it seems like the oil is starting to flow, probably just because there's a little bit there at the bottom and the oil plug is just gonna let a little bit more out. Now we're gonna go ahead and pour off the oil that we caught and put it in for recycle. Now let's go ahead and put the drain plug back in, and then we'll tighten it up. It's a 19mm wrench that fits it, and then we can go ahead and start filling it up with oil. I've brought the power washer onto level ground in the garage, and what I'm gonna do is put this ISO 68, this is the stuff that I got at Home Depot, and we're gonna fill it up to the fill line. Wow, look at the color of that oil. So I'm gonna pour this in, and we're gonna watch our fill line and wait till it comes up. Now I see it on the line, it's coming up. I still have some in the funnel since it's going slowly. You know, it might go a little bit over. We might have to take, oh, okay, there it stopped. See, now if we take a look at the fill plug here, it's just right at the top of that dot. This is a 600ml bottle, and we used it. There's about 130 milliliters left. So we used just about the whole bottle filling up the pump. We're gonna use a syringe just to pull out a little bit of that oil just so we get it right at the center of that dot. So I'm gonna stick this in here and pull some out. The syringe did not work, so what we did end up having to do is tilt the pump forward, and some of it came out. It's not really the way that I wanted to do it, but it did work. And now we're right there in the center of the dot. Now we can go ahead and hook everything up and just make sure it's working good. So now we'll turn it on and give it a shot. So that's how you change the oil on a model 290 cat pump. So I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.